We're officially halfway through the year. You know what that means?
Time is something no one can escape.
But also, it's been 6 whole months since I last did an update video. So let's see where Trixel's at for the second half of 2025. Last time, I mentioned how the developers were planning to address the feedback received on their latest trailer. The most common concerns being the floaty physics, stiff animations, and unpolished combat. Well, I'm happy to announce that they delivered! Stuffy's moveset has been tuned and polished to be more responsive and look more natural. Trixel has done the following to achieve this. Stuffy is now 10% smaller, granting more playable space and control to accurately fit inside of a layered segment, land tight jumps, etc. Stuffy's run speed was increased and with better acceleration. Stuffy now reacts to extreme rising and falling velocities, so they'll flail around dramatically when popping out of a blink bubble, bouncing on a trampoline, or falling from big jumps. They've updated and added all new animations and the method of blending them together. This includes animations for idle jump and land, running jump and land, quick turning while running, and more. They've increased Stuffy's max jump height, strength, and overall weight. They've also increased the global gravity for less floaty physics. And finally, a more visible drop shadow was added to help judge landing. Trixel also had this to add about the changes. From our own testing and public feedback, we realized the physics were not properly tuned after a big refactoring we made in 2023. Sadly, the fixes weren't investigated in time for the trailer. Our goal was always to improve the animation blending and movement values. Thanks to your feedback, we were able to easily pinpoint the problems and begin fixing them. Our work isn't done. You'll notice some bugs in the video. We plan to continue polishing the movement for a while, including new animations that help Stuffy react to the environment and movement even better. However, this is a step in the right direction and it feels much nicer to use and look at. As I mentioned earlier, the unpolished combat was also something a lot of people pointed out in the last trailer. Slashing wasn't quite where we wanted it to be for the trailer. When we first added this mechanic, we offered a combo system to chain attacks. The way it was implemented didn't hold up and didn't work in a way that felt right. So over time it became obsolete and we reverted to a single slashing animation. The Rose has now restored the combo system with 2 new animations from Luke. These animations are paired with a slightly larger needle model. This will be combined with a future particle effect for slashing and will hopefully make combat much easier to see from a distance. It already feels much nicer. In addition to the slashing behavior, we've also shrunk the size of the spider enemy to match Stuffy's new smaller size. We'll be doing further work on the behavior of spiders and the visuals for when they're attacked. The spider in question also received a facelift. Part of the trailer feedback we received was a slight distaste for the look of the spider. We've gathered some artists and other devs to discuss it and have agreed that it didn't feel finished and didn't seem threatening enough. Santiago has been working to improve the spider anime model. Recent progress includes new menacing eyes, some fluff poking out at the seams, stitches, and a new body texture. Trixel also announced that their next enemy type is going to be a crab, and honestly, I'm already in love. Just look at how cute and adorable it is. And its individual components make it look just as if a kid crafted it together. I can't wait to find out how it'll look in game, as well as what other creatures will be getting. Some other features they've been working on include a new wall jump building material. This will stick Stuffy to it on impact, then let them leap away with some force when you try to jump off. You can chain these actions for wall jumping or use it for clever gameplay on moving platforms. Also, Stuffy can now double jump. This is a super fun way to traverse levels and solve environmental platforming puzzles. You can toggle this feature in the level settings page. Because this makes 3D traversals so much easier and more interesting, we were considering making this a default part of Stuffy's moveset. An eternal team vote ruled slightly in favor of this, but the jury is still out. What do you think? And the last thing probably worth mentioning are all the changes made to the wardrobe. In case you weren't aware yet, Trixel announced their very first testing phase earlier this year. And to make sure it's ready, they've spent a buttload of time polishing it over the last couple of months. As of this video, there are currently a whopping 350 individual cosmetic pieces in the game. More than that actually. And that's not even considering the fact that you can use stands for literally infinite amount of possible outfits. We can't go over every single update because there have been a lot. But some of the major ones include a jiggle. See, if you turn Stuffy's platform around, it jiggles. It makes it feel more real, and this will also be very useful when you're running around the level because you expect those things to jiggle too then. There's also animations now on changing clothing, like how Stuffy will look at their feet when shoes are added or removed, or they'll tap their nose when a face stain has been added. It's so adorable, and it's something you don't know you're missing until you see it. This is mwah. There's also sparkles now and a little poof when choosing a saved outfit or resetting it, and I think also when randomizing your outfit, but I haven't found proof of that. Stuffy also gets dizzy when spun, which I think is just awesome. It's the little details that make it fun, right? And this just shows how much care is put into this game. Their wardrobe also supports mascot outfits now, which is basically when Stuffy's head isn't visible due to, a sort of mascot hat, like, I don't know, the plush bunny hat they might have added because of me. Anyway, the cool thing about these mascot hats is that there is still a lot of customization because you can choose the face they show, and even if you don't like any of the faces, you can remove it and make your own using stamps. And finally, ta-da-da-da! A nice curtain opens and closes when entering or exiting the wardrobe. Look how smooth and effortless this goes. And with all that, Trixel has announced that they're nearly at a point where they can call the wardrobe officially done. Holy crap, we've come a long way, but it's nearly here. As a matter of fact, Trixel has said that it's just around the corner now. Oh Jesus. Sorry. Check out this video to find out all the details that have been shared about the upcoming wardrobe test, including who gets access and what features will be available.